My name's Grant Keenan and I am the Crusaders Global Academy Director. We've been running this Global Academy since 2008. Robbie Deans first introduced this way back then. Obviously over the years it's evolved, and we offer player and coach development for rugby players from all over the world, both males and females. Ideally our average age is around about that 18 years and above. However, we will offer smaller programs for ages that 15 to sort of 17 age group. These young players come here and they're probably a little bit starstruck when they see everything around, especially around the Crusader players here, because our training base looks above the Crusaders. And so they get to see these players train every day and they get to see what it takes, you know, the preparation for a professional player. And I think that's one of the biggest eye-openers for these young men and young women, which is really, really exciting. However, for us as a Crusader organisation, it's not always about the rugby. What we try and do with these young athletes is prepare them off the field. Because on the field, you know, we have those expertise, but off the field, if we can get their sleep, if we can get their nutrition, their hydration, and probably most importantly, get their personal development organised and noted. And what I mean by that is each Sunday night we get our players to prepare for the week, what they're trying to achieve each and every day, because you know the challenge for young players is they turn up to training, they expect the coach is going to deliver exactly what they need, and that doesn't always necessarily happen. So what we want them to do is plan their week, write their goals down, and then their role is now is trying to achieve those goals each and every day. And I think that's the biggest learning curve for these young men and young ladies. If we can get their off-field right, the on-field will start to take control, and you start to see them grow. I think the other part of it, which is really important, is connection. They've got to connect with players within the academy. Now, we have players from all over the world. This year was, in 2025, 15 different countries. So not only do these young men and women have to connect with the academy, they've got to connect with their club team, their club players, and most importantly, their home stays. So that's all part of their growth, and once they're able to understand that, you can really start to see the development in these young men and women. Yeah, I think what Robbie saw is we had something quite special here. How can we grow that, or how can we share that with other teams and other environments, whether that's a club team, a university team, a representative team, or even just individuals. We just felt, well, Robbie felt that we had something here special that we could share with other teams. I think the most important thing is what we aim to do is teach our way. It's just the Crusader way. It's not the right way, it's just our way of doing things. And I think every team in every country has their own way of doing it. I think that if you're able to take a little bit out of all these different areas, that's going to help shape you as a player and as a coach. I think it comes around to detail. I think we provide more detail around, if I look at skill set, for example, we spend a lot of time on our run, catch, pass, or our advanced catch action. We spend a lot of time on that, on the detail around how important it is that if you can get that skill set right, it just creates more time for you on the field. And I think that differs a little bit from other programs. It's just around the detail we spend, but it's not just on the field, it's the detail we spend off the field to try and grow these young men and ladies. First and foremost, we want them to be better young people. And I think if they're a better young person, they're going to be a better player. Because, and what I mean by that, they're going to be off the field, their stuff off the field is going to be organised. Their connection with friends, connection with family, connection with the community. If they get all that stuff right, the on-field stuff's easy. Because they're prepared, they're organised, they've got their goals sorted, and they're able to exceed. So part of our weekly schedule it's tough. It's 2 sessions a day. Tuesday, Thursdays are 3 sessions a day because they'll attend club training. On a Wednesday, we have a recovery session that's built in, and on that Wednesday, post the recovery session, we run our player education sessions, and that involves rugby IQ, leadership and culture, nutrition, hydration and life after rugby. And those 1 hour sessions are really important for these young men and women. So that's a really important part. The other part is around our strength and conditioning. We'll run a gym session on a Monday, Tuesday and Thursday morning, which is a strength and speed based session. And then on the Friday, depending if these boys and girls are playing on a Saturday, they'll also either have a circuit or they'll have a stretch and recovery leading into their game in the weekend. So you're looking up to 13 sessions a week, which is more than what a professional player would do during the season. Yes, we do. We're very lucky. We've been able to just recently have Sam Whitelock involved with us over in Argentina, where we ran some camps with some young Argentinian lads, and jeepers, he was superb. But we also have the full Crusader group here: Brad Moore, Dan Perrin, Matt Todd. We've got Black Ferns legend Kendra Coxedge. We've got former Crusader great Reuben Thorne. Karen Reed's also available. So there's some outstanding coaches, but outstanding people are available to us. Yeah, we have. Well, just recently in the British Lions, Finn Russell was here with us in 2014. So he's a pretty famous name for us. We just had a young man that was with us in 2018, young Canadian lad, Tyler Dogood. He just made his debut for France against the All Blacks. We've also hopefully have a young man that's just attending Harvard University at the moment. He's going to make his debut for Zimbabwe. And we've got a lady that played for the Black Ferns, played against the Black Ferns for Japan in the weekend. So Masami. So there's been some very outstanding young people. I think first and foremost it's coaching these young people. It's just you just see the growth in these young men and ladies. Around the coaching part that we run, you get to connect with some really good people, and I think having that connection and having a part of their coach or their player development is something that we really enjoy here. Just by learning the Crusader way, being able to go in there and experience what makes the Crusaders so good. What has made us the most successful rugby team in the world. What is it that drives us? What are the key ingredients? What are the key people that are able for us to be who we are? Yeah, well, we're fortunate that we get the ability, especially around our coaching program, where the full coaching group come here and present. So they'll present everything from, Angus Gardner, General Manager of Professional Rugby. We get Colin Mansbridge, who's obviously the CEO. You get the full coaching group will present the technical and tactical side of it. We get our Crusaders Academy, our New Zealand Academy, to lead what they're doing in that space, how we recruit, what are the key things for coaches that you look in players that you want to recruit. And I think that part of it is really beneficial especially for the coaches that arrive here. Yeah, the Crusaders Global Academy is a rugby academy where we'll provide the rugby development for players of most levels around how we can improve their catch pass, how we can improve their tackle tech, how we can improve their attack and defence skill set within those, how we can improve, most importantly, their off-field preparation to their on-field preparation, how we can help improve their connection with people, both in the academy, but also connections to other environments around the world. And we've seen players come in and just through our internal connections have gone on to various teams or universities and succeeded.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think you've nailed it.